in the black cape, rolling through the hood, cracked out, pumping your whack tape.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. There's nothing you can do with that, bro. That's crazy.
Spread her legs like Land O'Lakes, then I'm cutting till every fucking limb's either amputated or punctured. Decapitated Christina Applegate and I rap.
Bro. Like, but what Christina Applegate do? Like, he got beef with her too. Why you want to decapitate her, dog?
It's a long shot, but is it possible there's a lane? Maybe. If not, he's gonna have to come and change the whole game, maybe. You want insulin, so you might wanna button it like Benjamin. I ain't frightened the nut and not Injamin. Step right in his mark with my henchmen.
It's such a contrast from what's happened already, bro. It's like every time he raps, you see the distinction in the pedigree of rappers, dog. Like every time Eminem get on his record with y'all, he's gonna make y'all motherfuckers look like clowns. All right, man. I don't know how long I'm gonna be tuned in to this. Well, let me have an open mind. It's just that most times when I watch these videos, it involves closed-minded individuals, bro. Right? And you know, I can take a look in the mirror myself and have an open mind as well. But the title of this video, Bigger Impact on Hip Hop, Jay-Z or Eminem? I'm gonna see what these guys have to say. It's subjective at the end of the day. It's opinionated, right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man, but I just want to see where everyone's opinions are sourced from. And yeah. Let's do it.
Get your thoughts on, you know, which one you think it is, and then we'll kind of get into the reasons why we think that person is. So I guess starting with you, Ken, in your opinion, who had the bigger impact on the culture, Eminem or Jay-Z?
Jay. Yeah, and I think he still continues to have an impact on hip hop. I think it just this latest part hasn't quite been picked up yet, but I think he's a part of that, which is why he was also upset about you know, his album not being part of the Grammys or whatnot. Just showing that, you know, you can still do this at his age. But yeah, I think Jay overall has definitely had more of an impact on hip hop than Eminem.
Gotcha.
It's Black History Month.
So by default for you,
I mean, come on.
That's hilarious.
He ain't give no justification for it, though.
Even if it wasn't Black History Month, I'm sure it comes to no surprise as to who I think has the more impact on the culture. For me, that person will be Jay-Z. And for me, it's not even because I'm a Jay-Z fan. I have my reasons as to why I think that. You can turn to Mike real quick. He's giving the Shaq list.
I didn't do nothing. No, I did. I did not.
You did.
I was trying to breathe. It's hot in this
Yeah,
mess.
whatever.
You know?
Nah, man, but I definitely think it's Jay. But I guess I'll get into why. You know, I think it's Jay.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
Why?
Who you got, man? Eminem or Jay-Z? Jay-Z. Okay. Jay-Z all day. Yeah.
Not to get too much into it, but everything from fashion, you know what I'm saying, to the acts that he brought into hip hop, the ones that he co-signed, you know what I'm saying, like Jay-Z all day, business, all that.
Got you. Real quick, I guess, can you guys put a poll up too? Shout out to Jailstar. Said put a poll up. Yeah, man. So we gonna keep this thing going, man.
You're hilarious.
Mike C-Town.
I might surprise you.
Okay, we gonna see, man. Go ahead, man. Who you got? Who impacting the culture more, man? Eminem or Jay-Z?
To be totally honest, I don't think that there's a wrong answer here.
Okay.
I think both answers can easily be backed up and defended. If we're removing business, because I don't know exactly what the argument was. Is it just music or is it overall? I don't really know. But if we're removing business, I would probably lean more towards M, just because I feel like he brought white people to rap like harder than anybody, even harder than the Beastie Boys did. But if we're leaving business in there, then yeah, it's clear. Like Jay-Z made everybody want to be a fucking business person. So it kind of depends on what your argument is. So
I'm gonna argue that to an extent, but okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Okay. So you going, but your final answer is Eminem.
I think I would probably say Eminem. Like, I feel like there's no crack of the entire world that you could go to where people don't know who Eminem is. But I think that there's places you could go to where they'd be like, oh, the guy that's married to Beyonce.
So your argument is like the bigger hip hop artist? Because Eminem is definitely the bigger hip hop artist. I would agree. But the impact on hip hop.
Yeah, Eminem made hip hop universal. Jay-Z didn't do that.
Okay, so let's get into a little bit. 'Cause
There we
you
go.
disagree
That's
with that.
there we go.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z impacted pop culture, like how we move, the verbiage that we say, the things that we wear, the things that are cool, the things that are not cool.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just I sent B this video. I keep forgetting. You know I'm bad with names, but he was signed to the Locks for a while. I want to say his name is J Hood.
Yeah.
J Hood.
Yeah.
And he was talking about that Jadakiss and Jay always used to throw subliminals to each other. Right? And one of his songs, Jay said, we don't drive X5s, we give them the baby mamas. That was a subliminal to Jada. Because he had like this bright burgundy joint and he stopped driving it. And like dudes like legit feel that way about that car. Like even when Jay said the thing about a 4.0 to a 4.6 Range Rover, like just like little stuff like that, like in the streets.
Okay.
Like,
And what do you call a super fan of any artist?
a super fan of any
No, you
artist.
don't. What do you call a super fan of any artist? Any artist, what do you call him?
It's a fan.
No, you don't. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Nah.
You're not even a good liar. You're not even a good liar.
Nah, come on, bro. Mic drop, dog. Hey, conversation over. You call him a stan, bro. Bro, conversation is over, bro. And even Buddy's justification for what he's saying, like, you talking about a small bubble of folk, right? You know, that sect of people who look to Jay-Z as, you know, God Almighty. They're the ones who are impacted like that. The whole world isn't impacted like that. And Eminem has Jay-Z has impacted the world as well, but not on the scale as Eminem, right? Just the bridge he has created with the entire world, inviting them into hip hop, right? That Jay-Z molds it for black culture. Eminem molds it for everybody. He made everybody comfortable and invited to come in hip hop and do their thing, bro. You know, white, black, Asian, Indian, whomever, bro. Eminem was the inspiration behind that for a lot of people, much more than Jay-Z was, dog. And to me, that impacts hip hop on a greater scale than anything, bro, because you're inviting more people in. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z molds a certain group to be how they are. Fashion, cars, jewelry, women, but all rappers do that on a similar scale. You can say the same thing for 50. And who brought us 50? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my little 2 cents. But let's continue on to see what else they got to say about this. But he had a mic drop right there, bro. What do you call them? A stand, big dog. A stand.
But that's what I'm saying. I agree
Got
with
you.
everything you're saying,
No, I
but I
feel
think
you.
the argument could go either way.
It can go either way, but I just feel like Jay definitely he moved the streets more than M did.
Is that the argument?
I mean, but that,
No,
is
that's
that
the streets,
an
though.
impact,
but that is an impact.
it is
though? On
impact.
hip hop?
Yes.
That's just the
Move
streets, bro.
Eminem moved the fucking cul-de-sac and made them buy hip hop albums.
And my pick is Jay-Z, but I don't know if moving the streets
It's an
is
argument.
an impact on hip hop itself.
It's already in the street.
I don't know.
It's already in
I
the
think
street.
it's a factor because it keeps hip hop
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
But I think that same argument could be said for M because, like I said, y'all laugh, but Eminem really did bring the cul-de-sacs to rap.
You
and
right.
Bringing the cul-de-sacs to rap, putting money back into it that wasn't there before.
Who do you think put more money in rappers' pockets? Just think about. We've had this conversation before, though. Think about all the people out there who wasn't checking for hip hop, right? And this may fall on deaf ears because y'all may not even like relate to it, but I know my eyes are wide open to it because I hear and see it from y'all. For those who wasn't even a fan of hip hop at all, and the bridge for you to hip hop was Eminem that got y'all engaged into other hip hop artists, therefore purchasing other hip hop artists' content, man. Right? And then the white demographic, dog, the white dollar is what makes hip hop move more than anybody because they pay for the most things. They attend the most concerts, buy the most merch, they buy the more of everything than the culture does. Who financially backs the culture more than white people, bro? And white people is the main demographic that Eminem influences, bro. Therefore, impacting hip hop on an even greater scale. Dog, more white folks buy Jay-Z shit than black people, and then the white folks buy Eminem shit more than anybody. You know what I mean? So, and then you by default putting more money in other hip hop artists' pocket by inviting them to inviting them into hip hop. Can't tell you how many conversations I had with people. I listened to rock. I wasn't checking for hip hop at all. And then Eminem come out here and do this, and now I'm listening to Ice Cube. I'm listening to DMX. I'm listening to Jay-Z. Bro, Jay-Z not doing that on the scale as Eminem.
I like. It's funny that like you talk about the streets and stuff like that. Because I remember on the actual that Renegade song where
where M killed him.
The M killer
Killed
where
him.
he actually said, you know, Renegade, you've been afraid. I penetrate pop culture, bring them a lot closer to the block where they pop toasters,
Blah, blah, blah.
stuff like that. So like he actually talks about like penetrating the culture in that actual song. You know what I mean? Like so what?
So that makes it true.
Huh? But he did though.
Right, they haven't had a major argument yet.
But hip hop was thriving before Eminem came, right?
True. Okay.
It was not the way it was after Eminem came.
What you mean?
It got bigger.
So he was a white savior?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the white savior. And y'all can say that if you want to.
No,
but
you say
if you want to pretend that Eminem's race did not bring a whole bunch of money into rap, that's cool. But you're absolutely lying to yourself and the universe.
I mean, 50 did similar numbers though.
Didn't he get 50 though?
Nah. Not even close, bro. Not even close. Not even the same ballpark, bro. You bugging, dog. I mean, that's the thing. Every time you have these debates with people that's trying to argue against Eminem, they're ignorant every time of what the hell Eminem has done. It's like, how can you argue something that you're not knowledgeable on? You have to have the facts to know what you're talking about. You're only talking from one perspective. Like me, I can talk about all of it, bro. Yeah, I mean, especially now because I got more Eminem information than the majority of those arguing against Eminem. Because they don't know, bro. Like that's an ignorant statement saying that 50 was doing similar numbers as Eminem, bro. Eminem crushes everybody, dog. It's not close. It's not close.
Wasn't Eminem responsible for 50?
Before you even get there, are you real? 50 and Eminem did similar numbers.
Nah.
They 50 went diamond too, right?
Bruh.
But
Not
that's
yet.
it.
Bruh.
That's
Almost
it.
close.
That's
Bruh.
it. That's it. Rock. Don't go down that path. That exit broke.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a detour.
That wasn't good.
I'm just saying,
And it's
he
crazy,
won-
bro. You got one dude arguing for Eminem. He's smoking everybody thus far. Oh, man. Numbers don't lie, bro. People do.
I mean,
Yes, he was.
when you say, okay, oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, I want to say Jay-Z. I do. I would love to say Jay-Z. I'd be lying.
I need to hear a stronger argument about Eminem. Okay, so
That Eminem made hip hop universal. You need a stronger argument than
he
that.
made it universal.
Eminem absolutely made hip hop.
So you're saying that white people wasn't listening to music before Eminem?
not the way
Not
they
on the
did
scale.
after M.
He brought a lot more ears. I can't
easily did.
disagree with that. I can't disagree with that. But I think the hip hop culture that we're talking about, right? Like it's how we dress, it's how we talk,
Yeah.
it's how we interact, and I feel
Minimizing
like
it. Minimizing it towards black people, bro. It's always the argument. How we. Bro, what Eminem did to hip hop is took the we out of it. Includes everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's always a struggle. There's always a tension. Black folk and the culture of hip hop that excludes everybody else because they don't look at hip hop through this lens. Eminem gave a lens to everybody to look at hip hop through. And that's universal, bro. That's universal, bro. You got white suburban moms out here listening to DMX now because Eminem was the invite to hip hop, the introduction to hip hop, dog. We can't stop. That argument is so it's whack, bro. It's a whack. It's a small-minded way of looking at things, bro. You can't think about yourself in a situation like this, dog. You can't. You're going to just talk about the culture of hip-hop and how black folks in the streets, I mean, in the clubs, appreciate hip-hop. That's an entirely different argument, which is irrelevant because those fools wouldn't even pay for hip-hop. You know what I mean?
had way more of that.
But he got
than M
popular.
did.
But
I
didn't
agree.
Eminem get popular because of Dre?
Because of who?
Dre.
So?
He brought him on and exposed him like with his popularity, right?
So
What that
you
mean
mean,
though?
so?
what's the point?
Dre took a chance on Eminem when nobody checking for Eminem, and Dre was fizzling out as well. Right? They came together and blossomed into the flower. They came together and blossomed into the flower they came to be. Ignorant as well too, bro. Dre needed Eminem just as much as Eminem needed Dre.
So what?
Okay, like who brought Jay on?
You are stretching like ridiculous. Your arm is in Zimbabwe right now. You're still
this
going.
is a debate.
Like, no, that's a terrible. Like, no, what?
Nah.
What do you mean?
Because nobody introduced Jay-Z to the game, that automatically makes him higher than Jay.
I'm not
like,
saying
or
that.
higher
That's
than
just
M?
part of my argument. This is part of my argument. That's all.
But does it make it more impactful to hip hop? I think it's more impactful to get the cosign from Dre.
The cosign, or did he put Eminem on? Because Eminem was people knew about Eminem, but he got the relevancy when Dre got involved.
They need me. Hold on, come on. Like, you gotta say it, bro. You gotta say it, dog. You gotta say it, bro. You gotta say
But
it.
he still
man.
got that relevancy. It doesn't matter if somebody else put him on. He had that relevancy. He was there was a time. Even though I know a lot of people try to rewrite history. There was a time when a lot of people's favorite rappers were saying Eminem is the best rapper in the game. People act like it didn't happen.
It happened.
No, it did. No,
There's verified proof of this.
no, Eminem came into the game.
I
and
think
had
they just didn't want to
tremendous
appear
impact.
racist.
Who? Rappers didn't want to appear? No.
What did he say?
To the game.
I
and
think
had
they just didn't want to
tremendous
appear
impact.
racist.
Who? Rappers didn't want to appear? No.
Man, bruh. This is entertaining, dog. I love commenting on shit like this, bro. Cause they don't want to appear racist, dog. Man, I just wish they was all exposed to Eminem's catalog, bro. That's why I always be putting content out, bro, showing how nice this motherfucker is. Even though the majority of y'all that watch this channel know how nice Eminem is, I want this shit to be shown to the haters, though, bro. All right, and then the whole Dr. Dre argument, bro. Like when Dre was trying to sign Eminem, everyone was telling him, no, don't sign the white boy. We're not doing that, bro. Dre took a chance on him. And then prior to that, all these doors was still getting slammed in Eminem's face because nobody wanted to check for the white boy. Hip hop at that point was racist as shit. You a white boy trying to rap, we're not checking for you. We're not looking for you, bro. And then that shows how nice and hungry Eminem was because he was taking MC's heads off. It shit was undeniable. But still, as undeniable as he was, even with the Dre cosign, his counterparts were telling him, nah, we not doing the white boy shit, bro. Fuck out of here. And Dre handled that shit on himself. Took that shit on himself. We gonna do this shit together. And boom, took over, bro. They minimizing that, dog. I don't think there's a rapper out here that got a better hip hop story than Eminem. But they always leave that part out. And he only gets attention because he white. Same story, different day, bro. Same story, different day.
Nah.
You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just like, I'm going to show that, you know, I can accept the white guy as a better rapper than some black.
But
folk.
now when he came in, there was nothing like it, man. He came in like a hurricane.
He did.
And
So did Vanilla Ice.
That's
wow.
true.
Yeah, but he had way
That's
more
true.
longevity than Vanilla Ice.
Wow.
And M had way
Because
more
he had
skill.
Dre.
Nah,
So
because he's
what?
nice,
You saying Eminem raps
He had
better?
Dre. So we'll be saying the same thing about Vanilla Ice as Dre put him on?
bro.
Well, okay.
Disrespectful, dog.
Had Biggie not died, then Jay-Z wouldn't have made it as long as he did. If you want to make those goofy arguments.
It's not goofy.
It is goofy saying
It
that
is
M
goofy
can't
to
have it
compare
because
the damn Vanilla Ice to Eminem, dog. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Dre put him on. You don't
Say
even
what?
believe it.
Say that one more time.
You don't
You
even
kind of
believe it.
muffled. I ain't hear you. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
They
what
just
would he have been without
not
Dre?
willing to accept it.
That's a fair argument, but I don't
Yeah.
think that changes the debate.
Yeah,
And I
the
guess what
debate
I'm-
is
Go ahead.
impact on hip hop, Rod. Like, what does it matter how they were introduced to the game? Like, does it have a different impact regardless of how they was introduced?
All I'm saying is just Dre is forever tied to. I think he's always in debt to Dre.
And he says that.
Oh, I don't know. You just said.
Yeah,
Okay.
has said
And
that for
50 says the same
years.
thing about M.
right?
We talked about that's why they're so tight, and that there was never nothing that could get in between them. We had that conversation.
DJ Short said, "Well, if that's the case, then you got to give Jazzo some
I
credit."
saw that shit.
Remember Jay-Z me without Jazzo?
Fact.
Is that not a fair
Stole his
argument?
whole
That's not a fair
swag.
argument.
That is a very fair argument.
He
Isn't
ain't
it?
put him on like that. No, it's not the same. He ain't put him on in the same way.
I bet you wouldn't tell
He
Jazzo
gave
that
him an
shit to his face.
opportunity. He gave him an opportunity to perform with him and stuff like that.
But
he-
it doesn't matter the introduction, though, bro, because it doesn't matter the introduction. Eminem had to battle racism to get introduced to get put into hip hop. That's all he had. He had to battle racism, so it should work in his favor. It works more in his favor as far as the argument's concerned, because Jay-Z didn't have to battle any of that, bro. He's already street culture. He's already what people glorify in hip hop culture. That transition from dope boy to rapper is like the traditional course of travel into the hip hop game with a lot of rappers. Not the white boy, because white boys don't get no respect. So the fact that Eminem had to battle where he had to battle all this racism nonsense and got through it and became successful works even more in his favor, because it was more difficult for him to get into the hip hop.
quickly like overshadowed Jazzo.
Yeah, and all Dre did was produce for M.
But
He didn't tell a bunch of college white kids to listen to him.
I don't think he overshadowed Dre though.
You're crazy.
Like the way that Jay did Jazzo. No, it's
Wow.
not.
You
Nah,
think
you're
Eminem
tweaking.
didn't overshadow Dre
You're
at some
tweaking.
point? He
At some
absolutely
point,
did.
yes. At some point,
Yeah.
but Dre is still Dre.
Yeah,
It's
but
to this day.
And
Eminem's
M
the
is,
biggest
M
hip
is
he's
hop
still
artist
Dre.
of all
I got that. That's good. He's still DRE.
They're just not willing to accept it, bro. They won't concede, dog. It's religion. This is Islam versus Christianity right now. There ain't no conceding, dog. You got the proof right in front of you. I got to have numbers right in front of you. It don't matter. It don't matter what the hell you say. They're not conceding, dog.
He produced other music for him, just not
Yeah.
full albums.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
After that, I mean, you give him Eminem show, and he's kept a career since then. So.
Oh shit.
No, he did.
Oh, shit.
No, Eminem. No, look,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
giving Eminem his credit. I
When?
am now. I'm just arguing. I'm arguing the Jay side. That's all. But I'm not saying that Eminem didn't have impact on the culture. I just don't think he had as much impact as Jay.
But you
That's
haven't
all
made
I'm
a point
arguing.
yet,
I
though.
think it's a decent argument, which is why it's these two artists.
It's
But-
decent
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think let's even talk about the impact that those artists had on bringing on other artists, right? Like M got 50. 50 obviously was huge in the game, but outside of 50, like who else has M really?
Royce.
Okay, Royce.
And what Jay-Z got? Memphis Bleak?
He got Kanye.
Nah, Hov got Kanye. He helped put Kanye on, but that's about it. Nah, J. Cole too. He got J. Cole, even though it took longer for him to get there. But 50 bigger than all those artists. I mean, 50 and Kanye pretty comparable. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a valid argument on who they put on. But even with that, numbers don't lie.
Black.
He got Kanye.
Kanye. Kanye.
This is pop culture now.
Benny
but
Siegel.
Rihanna. Rihanna's
Yeah.
huge.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, she was because of Jay-Z?
Yeah, Rock Nation, all that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so hey, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay has brought on a lot, in my opinion, more artists that have been more impactful for longer, outside of just like one or two.
Because M don't need him.
Jay don't need them either, but I'm just
So
saying.
then
that he-
Who's still rapping though? Who's still rapping consistently and still crushing?
What are we
You say
talking
need
about?
him, what do
impacts
you
the
mean? What do you
culture.
mean by that?
That's part of his business, though.
Sure, but Eminem still impacted the culture bigger than those artists you named. You're tripping. So Eminem didn't impact the culture more than Rihanna? Are you serious?
He looking at
You're tripping, bro.
Yeah, that's not.
Were you
that's
talking
not
about
what he's-
50 Cent versus Rihanna or Eminem?
No, I'm going off of what he just said.
Because I said Kanye
If we-
and Rihanna.
And I said, you think Eminem impacted the culture more than Rihanna? And you made a face like I'm crazy.
Because I think.
Did you see that Super Bowl?
Huh? Did you what?
What's wrong with the Super Bowl? You know I ain't feel no type of way about the Super Bowl.
Bruh, y'all are trying real
Denial.
hard. Jay,
Denial.
I think even Jay would make this argument. Jay be like, let me tell you, just leave it alone.
Well, you still got Kanye though.
No, I feel you. Now,
Yeah,
Kanye,
yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Kanye could easily be slid in there and it would still be a fair argument.
Nah, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
What's the
Jay.
producer has to say?
even with Kanye, like it wasn't like Jay was. I mean, Kanye was more Dame than Jay. If you really, if we're picking,
It wasn't like Jay-Z went out there, like, essentially, Kanye needed Jay-Z's juice to get on, right? That sounded gay as hell. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that for 50. Like, Eminem went out there and got 50. They was like, what? Well, Eminem and Dre went out there and got 50. Like, we need to fucking, sign this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same regard with Kanye, because motherfucker wasn't taking him serious hip-hop wise, right? But, he gonna get the Jay-Z cosign. But I mean, at the end of the day, they both had to do with why those two artists got on and eventually became as big as they are.
Draws like that. Like, I don't think I can. He kept him, but I don't think. Kanye says Dame is the reason why he got signed.
Dame brought him on, but he built the relationship with the public eye relationship with Jay.
So does that make him responsible?
So Dame was the business
right?
move. Dame was the business move, but the actual cultivation of music, culture, and stuff like that was Jay. That was absolutely Jay. Now, who do you pick Eminem
Well, shit ain't like that. Help.
as impact?
I'm gonna pick Eminem just because when I think about the 2010s,
Traitor.
like the rappers that I love the most, when I think of like Kendrick, like Cole,
They're all
Tyler,
influenced by M.
Like, I feel like the way they express themselves in rap, how
That's M.
eccentric they are, and being able to express themselves in hip hop, that comes more from Eminem than it comes from Jay-Z. And they have said that Eminem, even J. Cole said when he started rapping, he was trying to rap like Eminem. So it's like those rappers that I love, they are more influenced by Eminem than they are from Jay-Z. Now the business side and the street side, that's Jay-Z. But when we talk about rap, they are more influenced by Eminem than they were any other artist.
Yeah, those particular artists, but it's also other artists, plenty of artists that are influenced by Jay-Z.
Artists, though. When you think about the latest art, they are the biggest artists. So if we're gonna how big the impact is,
that's a gangster
artist,
point.
That means that's what people are drawn to.
I think they respect both equally, which is why I think that I don't even know if it's equally, but they respect each other to a certain level.
Bruh, just because you think it don't mean it's correct, bruh. I've showed y'all the damn interviews of Cole and Kendrick both saying that, of how much Eminem impacted them as an artist, as a rapper. Trying to rap like Eminem because he rapped the best. Just because you think it is because you look at Jay-Z that way, but your opinion, your subjective opinion doesn't matter, right? You got to prove that point. And just because you think it don't mean nothing.
J&M, dude.
J&M, yeah. That's why, again, I feel like this is a decent argument. You know what I'm saying? Because they both are impactful, and a lot of people look up to both of them, even outside of the business, bro. Let's just be honest. Like, we've heard people talk about Jay and how he records music. So you want to talk about big artists? Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, direct influence from Jay-Z. He said himself. So you know what I'm saying? So you can talk about J. Cole and all these people, but we also have Lil Wayne that was also, Kendrick has said he was influenced by Lil Wayne.
Kendrick specifically said M before he said Lil Wayne.
He did say
and
M.
Kendrick is a lot bigger than Lil Wayne.
Well, what I'm saying is that somebody that came
and then Lil Wayne came up during the same time as Eminem. That's a whack comparison. Why would Wayne look at Eminem when they both literally arriving at the same time? All right, like, Eminem's probably like damn near 10 years older than Wayne, but Wayne was rapping in the Hot Boys in like the late 90s. Yeah, I mean, he already got started, so that's not the same thing. Like, Kendrick is a little kid looking at Eminem. It wasn't the same thing for Wayne.
Never mind.
Do you think Lil Wayne's style is influenced by Eminem, or more of just the right, like?
Never mind.
Do you think Lil Wayne's style is influenced by Eminem, or more of just the right, like the writing part? Because you could say T.I. too. T.I. says he doesn't write it. I mean, there's a lot of rappers who say they don't.
Some of them motherfuckers need to rap.
Yeah, really. Really. Stop that.
That's not an impact.
Right. That's a negative impact.
Right.
Real quick, before we get deeper into this conversation, you guys have roughly 7 minutes to get your super chats in. Those will be closed off.
All right, man. Yeah. I think Buddy, along with the mask on, pretty much mopped the floor with everybody as far as Eminem having a bigger impact on hip hop. They had no points. They proved no points. None whatsoever. And all the points that Buddy brought up, to me, overwhelmed anything they did to try to support why Jay-Z would have a bigger impact on hip hop. The only thing they could bring up is the impact on a certain sect of hip hop at this point, which is the culture, bro. But hip hop is a lot bigger than the culture now, so that argument is irrelevant.